Hello everyone and welcome to the Group 7's presentation The Swapper. Introduction: The Swapper is a hunting deserted space station serves as the setting for the puzzle platformer game The Swapper. You solve puzzles and delve into complex topics of identity and consciousness by using a cloning technique. So each player can use this technique as a clone and you can control the clone, and that's how you make progress to the game. Game overview: the setting of the swapper is a remote and moody science fiction setting. In order to overcome the obstacles of the environment, players can create clones of themselves by using an experimental technique that allows them to transfer their complete consciousness into their bodies. So
So the next slides will be about the game artist of the game Swapper. The Swapper, a visual stunning indie game that showcases the unique artistry and the creativity in game design. The Swapper is renowned for its captivating handcrafted visuals created using clay models and stop motion techniques. This distinctive style immerses players in a haunting science fiction world, enhancing the game's themes of identity and existentialism. The talented game artist of the game Swapper is Olli Harjola, played a crucial role in this process, crafting the atmospheric landscapes and character design that players encounter. A central figure in the game is the astronaut character who navigates a desolate space station while grappling with profound existential questions. The astronaut's journey is not just about physical exploration but also a deep level into the themes of self and consciousness, especially as a player uses a unique cloning device to solve puzzles. Every detail from the astronaut's design to the animation reflects sense of vulnerability and determination, drawing players deeper into the narrative. The characters' movements and interactions are carefully crafted to evoke empathy, making the player feel connected to their struggle. In addition to the stunning visuals, Harjola helped establish a cohesive color palette and visual language that guides players through the game, enhancing and storytelling experience. This attention to detail creates a rich, immersive environment that invites exploration and exploration. The Swapper exemplifies how a powerful game art can elevate gameplay, making it not just an interactive experience but an emotional journey. Thank you for your attention.
Hi, today I'm going to tell you about the environment design. And it is about the game Swapper and how the game designing was done and how its environment was in the gameplay. So let's talk about it. Environment design is basically mainly about three things: atmosphere, impact, and its goal. Atmosphere is, as you guys know, about the ambience of the game, the atmosphere of the game. As it was dark, it has some surreal visuals, which was very evoking for the feelings and of illusions and extensionally mystery. And it had some main goals. The game had its goals, which a player has to achieve. It achieves a grounded, surreal look and that fits the game themes of cloning and consciousness of transfer. And it also told about the impact and the game impact, what impact of the game environment on the player it was. The art style enhances the swapper themes of identity, cloning, and consciousness, which all of these three factors helped in enhancing the game and creating a good gameplay visuals for the player.
So now let us move on to the Swapper's sound design. So what is sound design exactly? Sound design is basically the art of merging and altering music and sound effects to develop a whole new sound component. So in terms of game development, sound plays a crucial role in making video games more enticing. to producing immersive environments in a way to be greatly convincing to their game's audience. So now that we have understood the concept of sound design, let us move on to where the role of a sound designer comes in. So, as a sound designers are involved with anything sound related in general. So, for video games, sound designers gather and edit sound components to create sound effects, ambient music, and original soundtracks, which are also called OSTs. So, the swapper's sound design carries a significant role in ensuring that its music immersively displays an airy and unsettling atmosphere while staying true to reflecting on the game's sci-fi genre that harnesses the mechanics of cloning and mind transferring, which is why it's called the swapper. So, according to Carlo Castellano, who is the swapper's sound designer slash composer, according to him, the swapper's sound is divided into four parts: ambience, voiceover, effects, and soundtrack. So for the swapper's sound elements, the sound used in the swapper carries a significant role in ensuring that its music immersively displays an airy and unsettling atmosphere. So you, with that perspective, instruments such as synthesizers, ethereal piano, environmental sounds, mechanical sounds, low frequency drones, narrations, and voiceovers are used to enhance the game's theme and visuals, as well as complementing them. So, for the Swapper's soundtrack, the Swapper consists of a total of 13 tracks in the soundtrack. So these sounds and the soundtrack, including the soundtrack, altogether these sound effects and ambient music in return elevates the game's atmosphere and attracts the audience towards the dark setting and builds up the storytelling as a whole, achieving harmony without the sounds overpowering one another. So, in combination, these instruments and sounds create a brooding and existential mood that perfectly complements the game's philosophical themes and haunting visuals. So, that's about it for the sound designer role of the swapper.
My role is level designer. As a level designer for the Swapper, I will be responsible for crafting immersive, challenging, and visual captivating levels that enhance the game puzzle solving mechanics. I will design environments that encourage players to think creatively and experiment with the game core, such as cloning and swapping between different bodies. Next is map out and design levels. Design layouts that incorporate the swapper's core mechanics such as cloning and body swapping in challenging and innovative ways. Ensure level adhere to rules and gameplay framework established by the game designer. Plan the flow of each level and consider the player movement, puzzle, placement, and narrative elements. Next slide. Execute gameplay design within the game rules. Ensure that levels layouts work harmoniously with the game mechanics and are playable according to the game design principle. Design challenges that make player think strategically about the use of the clones and swapping mechanics. Next one, red versus blue light mechanics. The mechanics of this is solved puzzle involving red and blue light, which affected cloning abilities. The blue light allows cloning but blocks swapping. The red light prevents both cloning and swapping. The gameplay of this is player must be strategically position clones and manipulate light source, and navigate the environment using these mechanics. Blue mechanics. A new puzzle mechanics is introduced as soon as you enter the new area. You'll see some blue lights, and this will switch things up a bit because you cannot create a clone within within the blue glow. Spawn a clone at the pad right in front of you. This will minimize the blue light, allowing you to spawn clone up there. Red mechanics. This next area introduces a red light as opposed to blue. While the blue lights do not allow you to create the clones, the red light won't allow you for swapping with your clones. Space Station teaches accessing the first console. The objective of this is obtain the swapper device in the first core. The gameplay players navigate through early puzzle by creating clones and swapping position to reach higher platforms and activate the pressure plates. Space Station teaches second console map. Use change jump, slow motion swaps, and quick clones management to solve time, puzzle, and navigate areas with red light. Space Station teaches third console map. Utilize light stream for navigate while managing different light colors like red, blue, fuchsia that impacts cloning and swapping. Space Station teaches Research Labs map. The location of this is the research labs are accessible after progressing through earlier section of the station. The environment, the area features are combination of the high-tech lab equipment and eerie, dimly lit environment contributing to the game atmosphere feel. These are map highlights of Research Lab. Entry point, puzzle rooms, lore collectibles, and navigation. Space Station teaches Sino Research Map. Gameplay of this is features teleportation, puzzle, and complex clone management to disable light and collect orbs. Objective: complete spatial puzzle using light manipulation and clone positioning to the or to access the final orb. The guide of this is emphasize understanding light, restrictions, efficiency, clone management, and executing.
And now we get into the Swapper's game programming. Just for a quick note, we couldn't find any sources for the programming of the game, so our info is very limited. Please take our info as not accurate, and now we shall proceed to the very aspects of the Swapper's game programming. For our first aspect, we have scripting language. The game is developed using C# within the Unity engine. C# allows for robust object-oriented programming, which is key for managing the game's various objects, including clones, environments, and puzzles. Next up, we have object-oriented design. Each clone is likely represented as an object or instance of a class. This encapsulation allows for individual behaviors and properties such as movement and interactions, while keeping the code organized and maintainable. Next up, we have physics and collision detection. Unity's physics engine handles the interactions between the player clones and environmental elements. The game uses colliders to detect when objects come into contact, which is crucial for puzzle mechanics and ensuring smooth gameplay. State management. The game employs state machines to manage the various states of the player and clones, for example, the idle, moving, and swapping. This helps in controlling behavior and responses based on player inputs or environmental triggers. Our next aspect will be input handling. Input is managed through Unity's input system, allowing players to control the main character and clones fluidly. The programming captures keyboard or controller input to perform actions like moving or creating clones. Next, we have the event systems. The game likely uses an event driven approach to trigger actions based on player interactions, such as opening doors or activating environmental puzzles. This keeps the gameplay responsive and dynamic. Next, we have rendering and graphics. The visuals are crafted using Unity's rendering capabilities. The art style, which combines 2D and 3D elements, is achieved through carefully managed sprites and models, optimized for performance. Lastly, we have game logic and puzzle mechanics. The the core game logic, including the rules for puzzle solving and call interactions, is implemented through scripts that define how each puzzle piece behaves based on player actions. This logic ensures that players can explore multiple solutions. So by utilizing these programming techniques, the swapper creates that a seamless, engaging experience that enhances its unique gameplay mechanics and atmospheric storytelling.
And so today I'm gonna explain what a producer is in the swapper. So my name is Christian Darrell Galutan, and I'm here to explain how the swapper was produced. So, Facepalm Game, publisher of the swapper. First things first, it's the Facepalm Game that who managed an organization that made the swapper. So these are the two that who's mastermind for everything of making the swapper. So, well, Oli Harjola, co-creator. I know actually he's not the co-creator. He's actually the writer of the game. So co-writer Oli Harjola is actually the writer of the game. So I'm sorry if I made a mistake here, but he's the one who's writing the game. This he's the one who wrote the game Swapper. So Otto Antula is the director of the Swapper, the first release date of the Swapper. So first date was the 30th May in 2013, and the second one was uh, the PlayStation game console, which is May 2014, or PlayStation platforms, as you say. And the third one is August 2014 in North America and Europe. So, and for the Nintendo Switch, which is in April 2015, and a Japanese version of it. So, yeah. So the market strategies, we have the six important components of it. So we get product, which is the game. Basically the game itself. Without the game, you cannot have a product. So the strategy here is to make the game, and the second one is the people. You have to let people know that you're making this game up. And the third one is the promotion. So the more you promote your game, the more sales you'll have, the more you can squeeze it, the more you'll squeeze the paycheck. And third is the place. Place is very crucial also. So if you select a place that's especially like you don't preferably like Philippines, something like that, which is not prefer like mobile games. It just depends on the place where you can the game does critically work. So platform. So we got websites, Steam, whatever web games you have there, as long as you can get the game. So this is an important thing also, and the pricing everything that costs down to the making of it, uh, or uh, which is basically the work of the people. So based on pricing, you have to like add it up, everything, the time. So that's pretty much it. So the next one is the future. So the futures are of this game. So we got four futures. There's Fendish puzzle. The first one is the Fendish puzzles whose solutions are only few steps away. And the isolation, a classic style atmosphere inspired by the likes of the Thousand Space Odyssey, Odyssey, Solaris. Wonder. So the third one, Wonder, a world built out of clay. The third one is a mystery narrative design from Tuju Hopper, writer behind Indie Hits and Penumbra FTL. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll explain to you like what's FTL as much as I can, as soon as possible. So this is our I'm gonna show you this is our games screenshots, which I just took it. So as we got the main menu, we got begin options, switch user credits, and shutdown. So that's when you want to play, you play begins options and what stuff features of the game. You can switch the for the options. You can change the graphics and everything. So here you can see everything you need in the main menu for the game. And here, hello, this is our first pick. Just gonna show you our navigator, a map for the game. It just navigates the game, what you're up to, what you've ever been through. So yeah, it's, another screenshot of available. It's a very highly detailed game, as you can see. We got this blue theme, which is very, very relaxing, I think. It's very, very, calming for me. It's, it's sensible. So here we got the credits. You can here see all of this. And yeah, here's the completed wish achievements. Which if you finish the game, you can see all of this here. And it just shows your game, what have you finished, and everything like that. So here is our sales and soon. We got this from, I've just searched it up. So yeah. Game production. So in game production stage, we should consider the following facts. Concept development, second is target audience, third is competitive analysis, and fourth is monetization, and fifth is engagement. So target audience, the swapper is a target for those players who prefer playing. First, puzzle enthusiasts prefer players who enjoy challenging and cerebral puzzles. Sci-fi, as you can see, you can just read it out here. So yeah. So I'll just explain because of the cloning and swapping mechanics, Puzzle Skyfi Team, handcraft visuals, strong narrative and accessible game to play, which is a very, very easy game to understand. And when you start playing the game, you'll get adapt to it very quickly and you start to understand. But the only matter is that it is full of mystery. You have to deep, deep dig down to it. So in conclusion, in the game production stage, it's crucial to focus on concept development, identifying the target audience, conducting a competitive analysis, monitoring performance, and fostering engagement. These elements ensure the game has a strong foundation, appeals to the right players, and stands out among the competitors. It's refined through the feedback remains compelling and enjoyable for a diverse audience. So thank you guys for listening to our group presentation and have a very nice day.